Okay, what's up, my rooted crew? So Kirsten, I can't thank you enough for joining this month's challenge. So we have 5 days ahead of us. We're going to explore 4 different movements, Monday through Thursday, that all are focused on mobility. And then on Friday, we're gonna wrap it all up in a nice bow for you to explore for that full range. So since this is the first day, I want to go over what mobility is. Not only what mobility is, but how is that different from flexibility? When you think of mobility, think of it as the body's ability to move through a full range of motion. When you're moving through that full range of motion, there's an added strength factor and there's an added intention to the movement too. So it can be dynamic movement, more slowed and controlled movement, and it's more of an active movement. Goal with mobility, the concept with mobility is keeping your joints strong and healthy as we age. So there's a big emphasis on joint function and joint health here. Now, when you think about, so how is that different from flexibility? So really flexibility is stretching. I don't want to discredit flexibility saying it's just stretching, but in layman's terms and very simplistic terms, flexibility is the depths of your stretch and stretching rather, and it's more of a passive form of movement. So the next 5 days we'll focus on these mobility movements, and you can think of these movements as a way to keep you strong when you're finding those really funky movements, like trying to grab something in the back of your car, or if you're putting something in an overhead bin. Even if you're like squatting, trying to pick up something super heavy, practicing mobility with some intention will help you not only keep those movements going as we age, but also help you find more function and freedom through those movements too. So with that being said, I have a clock that I'll watch because I'm gonna do the 2 minutes with you, and we're gonna focus today on the shoulders. So I would like you to grab some type of strap or a belt or a towel or a blanket, just something that you can hold that will keep your arms a little bit further than shoulder width apart. And I'm truly just using a yoga strap. So, you know, like the straps that you use to put a yoga mat in, that's what I have here. So once you find that, go ahead and come back, and we're gonna do this in a stance. So as mentioned, look at all my wonderful drinks. Leisure, love them. Uber, who doesn't love Uber? We love Uber water. But anywho, so today with our focus being on the shoulders, we're gonna find a stance here, and I'll watch the clock, so we'll do it together like I just mentioned. When you find your strap, we're gonna stay in this stance, but I want you to have some like movement, some buoyancy here, so a little bend in your knees, and I want you to hinge from your hips, so you're leading forward with your chest here a little bit too. We're gonna grab this strap, and like I said, you want a little bit further than about shoulder width apart, and with this focus being on our shoulders, we're gonna find mobile movements throughout our shoulders. So once you invite a little bend into those knees, drive your chest forward just slightly, feel your feel your hips hinge. That's when we'll grab the strap and find a little bit of tension here. And we're right on time, so we'll start here in like 5 seconds for this movement that we're gonna do together. All we're gonna do from here, knuckles face the ground, and you're gonna inhale those arms up, up, up over towards the crown of your head and bring it right back down. Now your range could be a little bit further, could be a little bit not as far, whatever that might mean. But wherever you find this, so whether it's a little bit further overhead or if it's closer towards like the third eye center, keep this range going for you at your own pace. And you should feel a little tension through the strap like I mentioned, so you're feeling that work happen here. And we got about 30 more seconds. I know I'm feeling it too. If your lower back is feeling it, as I just had to correct mine, you gotta hinge a little bit more and activate that core here too. And we got like a last 15 seconds, my friends. And we'll find one more movement here too. I'm really surprised Fielder's not over here. Good, after you finish that last round or two, go ahead and stand on up. I'll give us a couple seconds before we switch sides. But this one might be a little bit more tough, but that doesn't mean we can't do it because we do tough things all the time. So I want the strap to come behind you. Allow your knuckles to face the ground here. So the thumbs will be facing out, pinkies will be facing in. And again, re-invite that hinge in your hip, and we're in your hips. And we're about to have perfect timing here in 3, 2, and 1. We go up, up, up. This is a doozy for me too. Like I feel this. So be gentle here with this one. But also low key, it kind of feels good. I feel like I'm stretching out my shoulders a little bit too. And I kind of humbled myself, so I did this a few moments before like starting to record. And I was like, oh my gosh, I should be able to like get pretty high with this back range here. No way. But you know, that's okay. And we're cruising right on through, my friends. We got about 30 more seconds here. I can tell when I have trouble with like just being quiet, empty space. Like I'm at home and no one's here, but like I know you're watching and I'm like, should I like entertain them right now for the last 15 seconds? Although I feel like my presence is just entertaining in itself. So let's count down together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Might feel good to kind of roll out the shoulders there a little bit too. But yeah, this was day 1. Kirsa's got you for tomorrow, and I'll catch you on Wednesday. Have everything posted on our Instagram in our DM. And yeah, we're just happy you're here to be a part of the vibe. See you tomorrow.